Good morning, YouTube. I guess this is the second week of me living the healthy life. The second couple of days, second or third day of me not cheating on my meals. This is getting consecutive. Next thing, once I get all this under control, is it's time to. I just realized I need to go back to. I got to get me another. I got a really cheap coffee machine, and it's not working really good. I need to go back to get this little 1995 Keurig type coffee machine that makes one cup of coffee, and I need to save on that because I'm drinking these monsters because I get really early morning. And one, it's not good for you. Two, it's also a subliminal thing. Well, I gotta have all this stuff in me to keep me awake and keep me going. And I'm wasting money, which I could take that 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. That's almost dang that 35 plus dollars a week that I could be using on something else. And plus, because of the food cost, I could be using that for food costs. You know what I mean? And I gotta start thinking about that again, and start doing what needs to be done. One, to save money, and one, to start living a more healthier life. It's not easy because I got to make this a habit, and it's not a habit yet. It's more of a frustration. Like yesterday, I automatically, as soon as I pulled into the parking spot, my clothes are off. I'm laying in the bed, and I was warming up my food, that I made the night, a few nights ago when I went through the house. And I'm like, and then something said, hey, man, you're supposed to be walking. You need to get out there and at least make a lap. So right now, the beginning is, just a lap. It's just, other people, it might not be a lot, but it's a lot to me. Right now, just, get that lap in. So I'm trying my best to make it a habit. What frustrates me about people that are in shape, you can do it, you can do it. Well, you don't know what I can do. You don't know that it has to be eased in there. It's so many years of being lazy, so many years of woe is me, so many years of, I don't have the motivation. And 99.9% of the people that do these workouts and do these things, they don't give the proper motivation. Look, you can do this. Don't put yourself down. Get up there and try. Get up there and go for it. Get up there and do something. Because we're quick. We got motivation to get that double cheeseburger. I got motivation to get that, not just a slice of pepperoni, but eat the whole pepperoni pizza. I got that motivation. That's easy. That's to get to eat half of a red velvet cake. Or a gallon of butter pecan ice cream. That's the easy motivation. But to be motivated to think about what am I going to eat? I'm hungry, but am I really hungry or am I bored? Half the time, when I'm eating, I'm not even hungry. I'm freaking bored. So if I'm bored, why don't I do something that's going to remove the boredom? You know what I mean? Why don't I do something that's going to remove the boredom? Why don't I do something that's going to, get me motivated and wake up and wonder, okay, well, I don't feel that pain no more. I'm breathing a little better. My acid reflux is in, so why do I want to punish myself? Why do I want to punish myself when I eat more and more bread, more and more fake bread? Why do I want to do that? It the definition of insanity or whatever the heck they call that. That's that's what's going on this morning. You know, but I instead of coffee this morning, I got tea in here. I got to like I said, I get the Keurig. I could get some hot water and make me some tea. I'm starting to feel a whole lot better, a really whole lot better. So you cannot beat the fact that I'm feeling, especially when you're driving this big behemoth, man, you got to feel it. You got to feel it. And right now I'm feeling better. I'm feeling not even mentally drained because that y'all know my story. It comes and goes, but I'm feeling good. And it's one thing we kind of lost you know a person in the YouTube streets. I don't know if you've seen the video. Um, Jay the Motivator is stepping down for a little while. Y'all put the man in your prayers. I don't know what's going on. I went through the similar situation, and I'm not saying that he's doing what I'm about to say, but you know, the thing is, when you're doing this and you don't have support, you got to be prepared for that. And the problem is what um, I don't see it from the guy's perspective because I'm a guy. I could care less if you give me attention, but a lot of times YouTube will take away. If you're thinking about it and doing it all the time, and you're trying to be this YouTube star, you're doing it so much that you're taking away that shine from your loved one, or they might think that you're taking away their shine. And a lot of times, women, what you guys do in relationships is you give out ultimatums. Stop that now. I'm not happy. F bomb the fact that you might be happy making those goofy ass videos. F bomb the fact that you're actually having fun, even though it might not, it's a 50-50, 60-40 chance that you might become something. But you got people that at 50,000 that have been doing it for 11 years. It takes time. You got to be in it for the marathon. But a lot of times is you stop that now because you're happy. Because you're happy, I got to make sure that you're unhappy. So I demand that you stop what's making you happy. And ladies, let me inform you, all you're doing is you're making it worse. All you're doing is making it worse. Because guess what? resentment's gonna come in. You forced me. You made me stop, and I almost stopped because the missus thought I was cheating because of something I didn't even know what was happening. I didn't even know, so I didn't even wasn't even given a chance to correct it. So I was gonna drop YouTube and say, look, I don't need this. I don't need this problems. I don't need this foolishness. I'm a good person. I know I didn't do anything wrong, and I didn't do anything wrong. And it was said this is a hill you're gonna die on. I didn't do anything wrong, but I had to reevaluate and understand certain people. You know, they still have trauma, and there's no trust. And I had to understand. And I'm not attacking my wife. I'm just saying. But I had folks send me emails and say, hey, hang in there, don't stop now, you can do this. And and a lot of times it's just become one, it's more helpful to me, makes me get up in the morning. It's not even about the subs. Thank you for the people that come in, thank you for the people that subscribe, thank you for the people that listen to my bull. But it's not even about that. It gives me a reason to get up. It gives me the reason to get my fat ass out of this stank behind truck, walk around, exercise when most truckers are got 5 stomachs, 16 chins, and wondering, oh, woe is me. Let me go get another double cheeseburger. So you guys are actually helping me more than I think I'm helping you. That's why I came back. That's why I get out here. That's why I do what I do. But guess what, ladies? Let me give you some helpful advice. Miss, I know everything. This is coming from a man. There are ways to catch his attention. If you want a man's attention and he's focused on YouTube, become a part of his YouTube. Give him ideas. Be in the videos. Be the cameraman. How about that? Be the cameraman. Can't be the camera woman. Cheer him on. Guess what? Guess what he might do? Oh, okay, thanks, babe. Hey, you want to go out? Hey, let's go get something to eat. You know, we men are simple. When we are happy and we see that you're joining us, you know what actually helps me, and I know her purpose, but I didn't care. Is exercise. When I got that load of mulch delivered. She came out and helped. Complained the whole time, but she came out and helped. And I was sitting there laughing because I was already prepared for it. But she came out and helped and tried to take over because that's her personality. I said, babe, let it go. I didn't get mad because I was in my zone and happy. If you want to switch shovels, she said, well, you need to just drop it here, yeah, drop it here, drop it there, drop it there, didn't spread it out. I said, babe, I'm just chucking it right now. Put the shovel in the thing and just chuck it. Relax. But I was happy that she was there. She became a part of the situation. She mentioned it late yesterday. Well, I was going to go out in the yard, but it's raining. To add, spread some mulch. I'm going to let her know if you want to help out and relieve the situation. There's 2 spots where you don't have to spread it out. You can just go put it in the wheelbarrow and dump it. To the right of the mulch, you can chuck it to the right, or on the other side, about past the fence, that little ramp. Oh, hold on. I'm in a low gear. That's what, to the ramp, and just chuck it over there. When I get home, I'll spread it out. See, we have to learn to coincide. Ladies, you got to learn. Don't take away what makes a man happy. If you don't want him to do it, don't take away. Don't take away what makes a man happy. Because a man, even though he's doing it all the time, he's going to eventually get tired and want to take a break. And guess where he's going to be looking? He's going to be looking at you. Normally, I don't sit downstairs. It's been a while. I sat downstairs and had soup with my wife. Then after I finish, I'm going upstairs. What are you going upstairs for? I'm going to bed. I gotta go back to work. See, you see what I'm saying? And I moved all this stuff. I said, look at this, all this crap in my spot. Well, I ain't been there in a while. But eventually, when you let the man do what he enjoys, he's coming back around. Because one, I know you're close by from what I'm doing. I know you're close by for my peace. I know you're in the area. Think about it. Think about it and learn from it. And when you join him, man, please. He spots that you came out there and joined him. He spots that you came out there and gave him support, and he'll remember that. A lot of times we don't you don't think that we don't think that. Come on, man. Think about it. That support means a whole lot to a brother. All right. We knee deep into the day. What I wanted to talk about today is my overall review of the dang it, I forgot what cruise ship I was on. Uh, Man, I literally forgot the name of the cruise ship. Well, I'll get I'll get back to that. We just went on a cruise, and that ship was actually in the news because when people got back, and see, here's the funny part. Charles be talking about, hey, we're down there. We're here. You got to pay us overtime. Where Charles at? He let him know. I forgot the name of the boat, but um, it was in the news last couple of days because people were coming back sick. Were coming back sick, and and this is one of the observations. One of my dislikes of cruising on this ship. The It's killing me. I can't remember the name of the boat. Um, Dang it. See, this is what it goes on being old. Well, okay, let me explain it this way. When we first got to the cruise port, it was cold, it was overcast, it was windy. And I literally had my hoodie on because it was cold. When we got on the boat and settled in and was walking around the normal, and this is nothing against my Caucasian brothers and sisters, but it was cold. People walking around with t-shirts on and short sleeve shirts. Oh, this is nothing. We're from Minnesota, and windy and cold and nasty out, and a slight mist in there. And when the boat left the dock, I was walking on because they have what's called a sail away party. When the boat left the dock, there were people in the hot tub. And for folks that have never cruised on Carnival, the hot tub ain't hot. It's actually lukewarm. And I tested the water. They wasn't even lukewarm. It was cold. There were kids swimming in the water. It was not heated. It was cold. And outside it was windy. Let's talk about this together. Cold, windy water, when you're walking around with a hoodie on outside, it's going to make you sick. Hey, you finally showed up. What was the boat we were on? What was that last boat we was on? Throw the name in the comment. It was cold. It was windy. So let's together, guys. Oh, the elation. That's the carnival elation. This I'm talking about the carnival elation. It was cold. It was windy, and it was wet. But there's people in the pool, in the hot tub, drinking like it was a hot 90 freaking degrees of weather. Let that marinate in your head, and then you wonder why folks are sick. When I went to the front of the boat and I was filming, which I screwed up totally. Sorry about that. The film of the going under the bridge and everything like that. Yeah. All right, I know this is an outbreak. That's what we're going to talk about. This is one of my dislikes about the elation, and it's not. And let me repeat this: it's not Carnival or the cruise. It's the people. If you look, when you look, you've seen a 99%, 99 percentile of newbies, red and blue cards, and it seems like COVID never happened. It seemed like the big bug never happened because these folks are acting like it was a bright, sunny freaking day. It was a bright, sunny day. Wind blowing and cold, and it was to the point of like, man, I'm going inside. Going inside. And you wonder why you sick. It ain't summer. But let's take that for a moment. Now, in the COVID era, people were saying if you're gonna cough into your elbow. That wasn't happening anywhere on this boat. People were just spitting up and all kind of crap, and just spitting that out into, when they were telling about COVID, the sprinkles and how far it traveled. They wasn't even covering their mouth. Sorry, I was fake coughing and wound up coughing up. They wasn't even covering their mouths. And I kept on saying it because I was so used to not wearing a mask. So I'm putting my mask back on, put my mask back on, put my mask back on. We got to go back the other way. And they weren't covering their mouths all over the place at dinner. The people behind us coughing up. The lady to the right of me, past Charles, sitting on the back, coughing up all the daggone time. You could hear coughing, and they just did not cover their mouth. They didn't cough into a napkin. A lot of times, see, I have asthma. When it's not in control, I get a constant cough. That's a lot of times I drink, coffee or whatever. It opens my chest up. You know what I mean? Opens my chest up. But they would, okay. And here's the thing: you cough into your hand. Let's use some common sense. Cough in the hand. You're walking down the stairs because the boat was moving. The boat was moving a few times. They had bad weather. You're grabbing the handrail. You done coughed into your hand. Your hand slid down the handrail. Hold on. All right. Your hands are all on the handrails. Anything you touch, because you done coughed and you didn't show no decorum. You didn't go wash your hands after you coughed. You didn't have a mask on. You didn't do anything. So even if it isn't COVID, you're passing on your sickness to the next person that comes down the line. But this is also what I did see from the crew. The crew was wiping down, washing and cleaning, and the crew was doing what they're supposed to do. Early in the morning, I seen it. They're wiping down handrails, mopping the floors, wiping, going over, cleaning the stairs, wiping down, washing and cleaning. I did see this. So you cannot say that carnival's nasty. It's not. It's not. I'm not going to accept that. But what I'm going to accept is the fact is you go to the wash station. There was a wash station on that side where we did all our videos, and you come out Guy's Burger Barn to the left, to the right. There was a wash station right there. I put my hand on in the base of that wash station, bone ass dry. So that tells me that no one came over there and washed their hands. To the coffee station around that bin, there was another wash station right there, right behind, Guy's Burger Barn. I mean, to the left of it, where the coffee station was, right in front of it. I was like, oh, another wash station. Let me go wash my hands again. Bone ass dry. They was not washing their hands. They drinking and spitting up and coughing and being out in the cold air. And let's even make that, when we went to Princess K, that was the only hot day we've technically actually had. Hot, then you jump in the water's freezing. Then you get back into the hot. Jump back in the water, then you get back in the hot. You're shocking your body, you're going to get sick. So that adds more to the group that got sick. Do you see what I'm saying? People are not using common freaking sense. They're not using common sense. We joke about me because when I'm in this truck. But when I'm on vacation, I wash my dang on hands. I wash my ass at least 4 or 5 times a freaking day till the skin come off. You know what I'm saying? And then my wife, she got sick. She said, "Yeah, they got to break out." She upchucked in the hallway. Well, guess what? When I got her into the room and she was doing it, whatever, I walked around the corner, found my room store, and apologized. Said my wife, she upchucked in the middle of the hallway because of the seasickness. Guess what they had? I noticed it. They had a man come down with a steam cleaner, and he steam cleaned not just that area, but the whole hallway. The whole hallway. Good morning, Sandra. Hey, do you see him? He cleaned the whole hallway. So these people are keeping up on it because you let them know. They cleaned the whole hallway. But the fact is, this should be a YouTube 101. We had etiquette yesterday, but it should be a cruising etiquette to don't be a nasty ass when you're on a cruise. You got lines backed up to the door for the food. Go wash your hands. And if you ain't sure, wash them again. Because you went from your cruise cabin. You might have washed your hands in the cruise cabin, but you grab the hand railings, you touch stuff all the way down to the food. Wash your hands, because guess what? Your hands are transferring that nastiness to somewhere that you touch to the handles on the food at the at, in the cafeteria. I know I'm harping on this, but that was one of the major dislikes, the major problems that I had, and I've been very aware of it. And again, we joke about it. I ain't the cleanest mother effer in the world, but boy, I was like, yo, y'all worse, y'all worse than me. This nasty. You see what I'm saying? This nasty. Even in, we were driving down there. I'm in my sleep, and I recognize it because Charles said, "Hey man, you all right? You was coughing in your sleep. It's probably my asthma. I don't know." But at least I recognize. Oh, okay. Well, hopefully, let me drink me some more coffee, loosen it up. Next time, I'm gonna bring my inhaler. You see what I'm saying? You got to think about the um, the ramifications. Learn about it. Cruising is the most enjoyable thing that I've ever had the pleasure of doing. And but that, it just disgusts me. And then people, oh, it's Carnival's fault, and you're so close, and the circulation, and yeah, it is that. But you got to think, this ain't summer right now. This flu season, you intentionally. A lot of people will. I'm sick. I got the flu, but I'm still going on my cruise. I've been paid for this. I'm not telling you not to go on the cruise, but put a damn mask on till you're feeling better. And that was one of the negative things that I had about the elation. About the elation. Uh, One of the things I wasn't used to. It's been a while because the newer ships was that they everything's digital. So if you want to check your videos or so forth and so on, you check the app, and it's got your pictures that you take. You take pictures all over the ship. It's the fun part, but that's how they get you, because you got to pay for these pictures. But I do the ghetto thing. I'll get the ones that are in the app, and they got Carnival all over them. You see my face, especially the ones that got Carnival not on my face. I grab that one. You know what I mean? I'm just saying. But I was laughing about that. But on this older ship, because the Elation was an older ship, they did it the old school way. They had half a quarter of a floor where they put your pictures out, and you can pick which ones you want, and you go pay for them, because you get pictures for getting off the ship, coming onto the ship, on the Lido deck, throughout the ship, at dinner. I had took one. I was sad because my wife bought me this red dinner jacket, and with paisley on it. And I wore it because she bought it, because she likes red, but she was sick that night, so I really wasn't smiling in the picture. Um, I kind of liked that. It was kind of fun because I went and snuck a picture real quick. Um, but also before dinner and after dinner, you can walk around. I forgot which deck that was, but it's one of the main decks. It's not on the Lido, but they have these backdrops where you can stand and pose. It's the same stupid pose. Lean forward, do a thumbs up, put your hand on your chin. I'm like, hey, bro, well, I'm not doing that. Oh, do this. Oh, well, I'm not doing that one either. How about this? Because I'm paying for this. And then they have the if you see the one the it's a straight black backdrop, and they have you do all these poses in 5 minutes, walk away. That's the one where they get you. We were newly married. I think it was on a second or third cruise, and I had some wine in me, and they did a photo shoot. I mean, he did it so quick, but it came out so wonderful, and always wanted to do something with someone that I loved. I'm still paying for that damn thing today. It was like $1,300, some crazy. We got a big um we got a big picture of us together, um and it's not on a regular painting. It's on like this glass that I mounted to the wall. I have a wall in my wife's office that I do for our adventures, and watch out for that one. But I really enjoyed that. I would say that it's the boat was old, but after being on the Mardi Gras and after being on the celebration, that was one heck of a relief. That after being on, good morning, Jace, how you doing? Um, that was one heck of a relief. And most of the time, y'all be surprised. I was actually exercising. I didn't get on the elevator much. I was actually walking up and down the stairs. We were towards the back, so we could go one flight to dinner, and then two flights up for to the to the restaurant, the cafeteria, whatever, and so forth. It was very enjoyable to be on a smaller ship, but every once in a while I felt a little bougie. Well, this ship has more of this, and this has more of that. That was really the only. That was really the only the thing. But it was less of a trip to get to everything. On these newer ships, you got boy, you better get your brand new pair of sneakers, or some of you folks call them tennis shoes. Get you a brand new pair of tennis shoes, and you know, uh, hey Odom, how you doing? Uh, and the thing is, it still was fun. Um, we hit some rough patches, rough weather, and I think that was the stupid part. We were going because from where we were to the Bahamas was like 90 miles. We were going up and down the coast where it was storming. So, that was the dumb part of the vacation. We where the storm at. But see, the captain can't do it. He's controlled by the main the hub in Miami. So they told him that you got to go up and down the coast before it's time to go to the Bahamas. But then after the Bahamas, we hit smooth sailing. And I told my wife last night, and she's gonna apologize because she got into it with me on another cruise ship that I've been to the Cayman Islands and all that stuff. I said I'd never been to the Cayman Islands, and this cruise ship was the first time, literally the first time I ever got on a tender to go out. Oh, but don't you remember? No, that was some other ninja. Sorry, that was somebody else. It wasn't me. So stop putting me into that lousy ass memory because it wasn't me. Sorry, I've never attended to the Cayman Islands. Oh, well, you're gonna remember when we get there. I'm gonna point out each and every time that you were wrong because I held my tongue, but I'm gonna tell you you're wrong. And we got into a big argument. No, I never been to the Cayman. But one of the pluses was actually tendering off the boat. The first boat was kind of corny, but the fact that we tended off the boat and got to the island, I should have um, I should have drank more water. I was, I was drinking beer. I should have drank more water because I got a little overheated. I realized I was copping an attitude, and then I realized when Charles had put his hand on me, he said, "Man, you're soaking wet." I was sweating and overheating, and it was coming out in my attitude. And when I realized, hey, whoa, whoa, I got to check myself, and then I had to go sit under an AC for a minute, because I was actually frustrated. Hey, good morning. I see someone else just came in. I was actually frustrated. Um, the the normality, I don't know if that's a word, the normality of basic stuff of, and see, here it is. We were on the boat. We started out the boat, and this is another reason why people are getting sick. We started out on cold weather, cold weather, cold weather, cold weather. And then we finally got to some hot stuff. You're in the cold, 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 then you finally get the heat. That's gonna make you sick too. And people were coughing and weaving. That's why they're having a breakout. No one is using common sense. If you know as well as I know. You got to acclimate. Welcome in, welcome in. You got to acclimate yourself to the weather. If it's hot, bring a jacket. Bring a light jacket. If it's cold, put something on. You're not super ninja. Stop wearing. See, I see it with a lot of fat folks. It's the and I've been big all my life. I don't when I'm cold, I'm cold. Is that fat insulating you from the cold, or is it because you're wearing shorts because you can not afford a bigger pair of pants? I'm not trying to be mean. And then you wonder why you're sick. Well, then put on some sweatpants. Well, I'm hot. Well, it's better to get yourself into that area of staying healthy. And someone had also said, bring some echinacea or whatever the heck. I'm I'm gonna do that on the next book. One of the things I really wasn't too happy about, and I can tell, because I was in food service, I can tell when I taste it, and especially because I'm greedy also, I can tell old food. This food is old. They just putting it back out. If you're gonna make something old and repurpose it, try to make it a little bit tastier than it was. Some of the stuff was okay, but some of the stuff, what they were doing was like brisket. They were putting it in wok paper and frying it, and it was like a brisket, whatever. That, and then the sauce, and if you're gonna repurpose something, make it taste like something. You know what I'm saying? Make it taste like something. And that was one of the problems I had. I started noticing, but I overlooked it because I was being greedy. I was being greedy. I overlooked it. Now they had a fresh sandwich station. That was great. Um, the omelets makers, they need to go back to school. They were over. They the people that were cooking the omelets were. I thought that I was wondering, is your mama black? They were overcooking the omelets. It was brown. I don't want my omelet brown. I had to tell the guy, flip it, bro. I don't want my omelet brown. And when you cook it, you don't have it on full blast. They were overcooking the omelets. That's one of the problems I had. Hey, good morning, Fugamo. They were overcooking the omelets. Um, And the fact that they knocked it down to like three types of omelets: ham and cheese, cheese omelet, and a veggie omelet. You couldn't, like, if you wanted to have a veggie omelet plus ham, it was like you was speaking Japanese or Chinese. And the problem with that, well, we're trying to make it more uniform. No, the problem is that you've got, and I'm sorry to say it, and I'm not attacking nobody, but it's the honest to God's truth. People that are waiting on an omelet line for 10 to 15 minutes, you wait till you finally get in this. The omelets, you can see everything, no matter where you are in the line. So you're waiting 10 to 15 minutes. You don't make the decision till you get, oh, well, let me see what I want. BITCH, if you don't order your food and hurry the hell up, I'm going to shoot you. Really? And carnival, oh, we need to make a uniform. No, you need to have a sign. Have your order ready. No, ham, egg, and cheese. Just, ham and cheese. Everything minus this. Whatever omelet minus that. Give me that, and that. And you can tell on the newer shit, the guy's making three omelets at a time, flipping them. Next, 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 next. I used to do that when I was working when I was in the Navy. I was a Navy cook. And when they come through the line, I had about six omelets going. Because I did, they weren't in a pan, it was on a big giant flat top. Who's next? Who's next? Which one? Which one? Which one, bro? Flip, flip, flip. Here you go, here you go, here you go. Next. Here you go, here you go, next. What you want? What you want? What? I had a ladle, put it in there. Ladle. What you want? Ham, egg, and what? Okay, come on. Let's get there. Let's go. Do you see what I'm saying? Let's go. But you got people. Look, I admit that I am a pig. I admit that I am a hog. I admit that when I go on a cruise, instead of being that guy that wants to get the drink package and tries to drink 15 drinks, which is totally impossible for even an alcoholic, but they do it. I try to get as much food in me, throw it up, literally, sorry, go back out, clean myself up, gargle, and go get some more. So when I'm at the front of the line, gimme. And I'm just not saying that to be disgusting, but I'm just telling you reality. And every once in a while they surprise me. Now, Guy's Burger Joint, that was good. Um, the Blue Iguana, the blue whatever this, it's like a Mexican fusion. That was good. Um, and the food, it's cruise ship food. People are, well, there was a lady complaining, the food isn't that good. Well, ma'am, this ain't a 5-star resort. Sorry. Now, other ships, there's certain foods, man, they're gonna be off the chain. But I enjoyed it. Um, we did an inside room on my first cruise. The first cruise that we did together as boyfriend and girlfriend. Now that we're married, was an inside room. That thing was small. The cruise we did now, it was a good sized room for an older ship. Only problem I had, this room had two ginormous bunk beds above our heads that were like receded into the wall, but a little part of it came out. So when you were laying down, you bumped the back of your head to lay down on the bed, and then you had to look up to make sure that you didn't conk your head when you got up in the morning. That was annoying as all get out. I'm not gonna lie. And normally we always have enough room that I spread out our suitcases on the couch or whatever. We had no couch or nothing like that. So I actually had to take. This is the first time I was on a cruise where I actually took the stuff out of my suitcase. I actually took all of the stuff and hung it up and the whole 9 yards, and still only wore half of what I brought. That's another thing. If I could figure out after all these cruises how to bring less and still be happy, I take my whole dresser and try to put it in a suitcase, but I still had fun. Um, Sorry, Wellness Frugal Mama, I didn't go near the gym. I didn't even look for it. I knew where it was, but I'm like, I'm not going to no dang on gym. Sorry, sorry. Next boot, yeah, I'll go to the gym. I didn't even look for it. Sorry. But one thing I did have for a 56-year-old man, it effing made my day, was finding a cruise duck. I had, it, Now I done got addicted to it. Um, I was looking, and when I just was about to give up, I seen one. I spotted it on this little corner, and I was like, and I yelled out, "Oh, duck!" And I reached for it, and these husband and wife, they probably around the same age, started laughing, and I was like, and I almost started getting mad. What's so funny? But they, oh no, 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 no. We were hoping someone would find it while we hung around, and I was almost on the brink of tears. I couldn't find a duck, but I found a duck, and y'all got a duck for me, and I got a duck. And they are laughing, and they took a picture with me to show their child because their child really enjoyed it and wrote the names and everything on the paper about the ducks. So now I've got 90 ducks coming to the house. I think like 90. Hey, Charles, let me know. I'll get you some or order you another if you want to do it. I got 90 ducks, and what I'm going to do, and y'all, some hit me up. A few of y'all, I'm going to get your QR code. Finally remembered the name QR code. I need a real small one. I'm gonna tape it on there's the ducks come with labels, and I'm gonna hide them around the horizon when I go on the horizon. And I'm gonna say this duck was sponsored by, say for example, Wellness for Frugal Mama. Please check our page out and have a QR code. And what I'm gonna do in the future when I offer memberships, that's what's gonna go for my members. And also another thing is and that's another thing. Sad part is I'm the only one that really decorate. I didn't see no one else is decorating their doors. So that tells you that people are new. Real avid cruisers decorate their doors, and I'm going to start getting some stuff out that I can reuse, bright colors, and have them laminated, like "Can't Stop Walking," and then "Butt Love Mowing" and "Cruising." Big words laminated, and that I could tape them to the doors and reuse them again. But I'm also gonna get some smaller ones that I could put members on my cruise ship door with QR codes. And so, if people, want to check y'all out, that's another way of, free advertising, and that'll be a part of my when y'all join my membership because I'm not gonna stop cruising. We're gonna start doing some other stuff. Like, hey, if Charles still in here, we're talking about probably gonna do Aruba in on the in 2016. And we're trying to do some land stuff. I want to do Aruba and Greece. Those are the two that are on my hit list. But me and the wife will understand it. She's like, I was like, look, we're broke. We're broke and bougie. Oh, we're not broke. Yeah, we are. If you got to throw everything on a credit card, we're broke. But we need to start planning some of this stuff out and having fun doing it. You know what I'm saying? You know what I mean? Start planning it out and doing it the right and correct way. Um, but one thing, like I said, I had so much fun, um, decorating my door, and I felt like, yeah, I felt like the shiznit, um, for decorating my door. Another thing was that my wife hit platinum status. I'm not going to be platinum for a long time, but she hit platinum status where we got to have some of our stank behind clothes washed. As much as you could fit into these two bags, you can have that washed. My suggestion is don't wait till the last night. Do like 2 nights before the last night. You know what I mean? Uh, to have your stuff washed. Also, they have a platinum part. It's real quick, so you gotta get your drinks in. Um, I was trying to figure out what Charlie. He was asleep. I should say, hey, wake him up, because they don't. The platinum parties they don't check, but they send a message to your room. You go in there and you get free drinks for about an hour. So I was getting lit. I was getting lit, and and I told the wife doesn't drink, and I said, well, get her a virgin. Virgin means no alcohol. Man, there was more alcohol in the virgin than was in my drink. She's like, she tasted and pushed it towards me, and I smelled it. I just, when you smell it, you can smell the alcohol in a mixed drink. I was like, whoo, boy. And, but again, if you hear about it, in and I had a good time. I had a good time there. But the thing is, and I'm not gonna broadcast that. I don't. Um, we have our ways. We have our ways of getting alcohol, having alcohol consumption. So if you want to know, especially going on the carnival, I'm not gonna tell you about any other shit, but I'm gonna tell you on carnival. If you want to know about what we do, hit me up in a comment. I'll let you know. I'm just saying. Hey, good morning, Tamika. But uh, it's funny how you feel when it's time to get off the boat. It's very, it's very sad. It's very sad, very sad. Um, Plus and minus, older boat, older decor. I mean, it's like there's certain areas we sitting in, but it just reminded me of the freaking '70s, man. I'm like, but then I felt young because I was what, not even a teen yet. So I didn't feel too bad. I didn't feel bad at all. But it was a plus and minus. But when you really look at it, like the shorts that I did of the last night, where they had a white party, which it really wasn't a white party. Um, it really wasn't a white party, but the grandeur of the main atrium, when you look at it in that aspect, it was really nice. It was really nice. It was spectacular. Darker colors. The newer boats have newer, greener, lighter colors, and it's a different vibe, but it's still a vibe. You know what I mean? And like right now, like they're having a breakout. They're having a breakout because they stank nasty. Not Carnival. I'm talking the people. Long story short, check the early part of the video. People ain't washing their hands. The wash stations were dry, bone dry. And y'all know we joke about it again. I'm gonna say it one more time before I get off. Y'all know we joke about it on this channel. I ain't the cleanest mother effer when I'm all on the road, but we joke about it. But on the cruise ship, I'm washing my behind 5 to 6 times a night. Even if I even get ready for dinner, you ain't gonna get in the shower. Oh, yes, there. You see what I'm saying? Washing your hands. If you go on a cruise ship, wash your hands. Watch what you touch. Bring those antiseptic wipes. Wipe down the whole your whole stateroom. Bring some Lysol spray. Spray your whole stateroom. And it's not the people. They work hard. It's the other folks that coughing and spitting up and all that other stuff. It's dang near straight up nasty. But it's not going to deter me because again, this is the first time in years I got sick after a cruise. You know what I mean? But all right, I want to thank you guys for coming in. Thank y'all for being part of my live. Thank you for listening in on. This was actually a nice rant, normal to my regular rants. And this was actually a nice rant compared to my regular rants. Isn't that crazy? Um, please check out Wellness for Fuga Mama. She's coming up next. Hey, Wellness, I actually did some exercise. My premiere was me walking around. I tried to get away with it, made an excuse. So when I stop today, I'm gonna be walking again and probably see if I can get some squats in. Please check her out. She's next, coming up next. Um, as always, if any you like I said, anybody come in on the remix, you're well appreciated. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank y'all for listening in on my baloney and bull. Because we're not experts here. We just like we're doing what we do. And y'all have a blessed day. And as always, if you don't think nobody gives a flip about you, know that I do, and God does too. Y'all have a blessed day. Talk to you tomorrow.